So in vector there are two types. First type is the modification of vectors. There are the two types. First is the vector product and second is the dot product. Implies that we can say the dot product of vectors. Dot product. Dot product, for the dot product, if two vectors, let vector A and vector B, we want to find out the dot product, implies that let this is the vector A and this is the vector B. They are the two vectors. If we try to find the dot product, which will be equals to vector A dot vector B. Okay, so representation of dot product, which is this is the point. So dot product of two vectors which will be equals to A dot B. Okay, we know that vector A dot B which will be equals to mod of A vector mod of B vector into cos of theta. Okay, where theta is the angle between A and B, where theta is the angle between A and B. This is the A vector, this is the B vector, and this is the angle theta. So A dot B equal to mod A mod B into cos of a theta. This one is the modulus of A. Modulus of A vector. Also this is the modulus of B. And this is the cosine of theta. Okay, where theta is the angle between A and B. This is the dot product. This is whole is the known as the dot product of A and B. Dot product. Okay, so A dot B equal to mod A mod B into cos of theta. This is the formula, mod A mod B into cos of a theta. Okay. Repeat, we can write A dot B equals to mod A mod B into cos of theta. Okay. First condition, what will be the first condition? Let us suppose for first condition we are trying to find out some particular points. This is the important point. A dot B which will be equals to mod A mod B sine of cos of a theta. We are trying to find out the condition of A dot B for acute angle. If angle between A and B is the acute angle, then what will be the condition for the A dot B? For acute angle, let us suppose angle between A and B is the acute angle. So acute angle. For acute angle, the angle theta is lie between 0 to 90 degree. For acute angle, the angle theta is lie between 0 to 90 degree. This is the acute angle. Okay. Then A dot B. A dot B which will be equals to, we know that mod A mod B into cos of a theta. Okay. Mod of a any quantity is always a positive quantity. So this number is the positive number. And mod of a B, also this is the known as a positive number. Positive into positive is always a positive number. Okay. So cos of a theta. Trying to find out the nature of a cos of a theta. Cos of a theta, we know that, let's suppose this is the function y equals to cos of a theta. Then trying to find out the graph of y equal to cos of a theta. Cos of a theta is this graph. This graph is the cos of a theta. Okay. This is the 90 degree and this is the 180 degree and cos of a theta. Where theta is the lie between 0 to 90 degree. 0 to 90 degree is where? 0 and 90. From 0 to 90 degree, if theta is the 0 to 90 degree, then cos theta is always a positive quantity. So also we can say for a acute angle, this is the given condition for the acute angle. So cos theta is the positive quantity. Imply that we can say positive into positive is the positive. So for an acute angle, A dot B must be a positive number. For an acute angle, A dot B must be a positive number because mod of A will be positive. Mod of any function is also always positive. Mod of B is the positive. into cos of a theta, where angle between A and B is the 0 to 90 degree, because there are the four conditions. Further, we are trying to say there are the four conditions. The first condition is the acute angle. There means acute angle means that angle between A and B will be 0 to 90 degree. So according to y equal to cos theta graph, 0 to 90 degree is here. So cos theta is the positive, because this is the above the theta axis. This is the theta axis and this is the y axis. Okay, if theta is the 0 to 90 degree, then y is the positive or cos theta is the positive. If theta is the 90 to 180 degree, 90 to 180 degree, then y is the negative and cos theta is the negative. If theta is the 180 to 270 degree, 180 to 270 degree, then cos theta is the positive, cos theta is the negative and y is the negative. Okay. So another point we are trying to write is this rough here. Okay. So for a obtuse angle, theta is lie between 90 to 180 degree. Theta is lie between 90 to 180 degree, implies that 90 to 180 degree, this value is the negative quantity. This is the negative quantity, because this one is the 90 to 180 degree. Cos theta is the 90 to 180 degree, implies that we can say A dot B equals to mod B into cos of theta. We know that cos theta is always positive. This one is the positive. Also mod of a B is the positive. And cos of a theta. Cos theta is what? Where theta is the lie between 90 to 180 degree. Then that graph will be down the theta axis, or implies that this is the y negative. Y negative means cos of a theta is the negative. So for an obtuse angle, cos theta will be a negative. So positive plus positive into negative, whole is the negative, implies that for a obtuse angle A dot B must be a negative quantity. Okay. Another point, right? For a right angle triangle, then angle between A and B equal to 90 degree. 90 degree is what? Then mod A mod B cos of a 90. Cos 90 equal to 0. Cos 90 equal to 0. Because at theta equal to 90 degree, this graph is the theta axis. At theta axis, y is the 0 or cos theta is the 0. So implies that for a right angle A dot B equal to 0, and for a theta equal to 0, or we can say for a parallel vectors. Okay, if A and B, angle between A and B is the 0 degree, implies that A dot B equal to mod A mod B into cos 0. Cos 0 equal to 1. So mod of A into mod of a B, which will be equal to A dot B for a parallel vector. Okay. So write some questions for that particular point for a dot product. I dot I. What will be I dot I? I dot I equal to mod A mod B into cos of a theta. Right here. Mod of A. And what will be the mod of A? 1 minute. What will be the mod of A? This one is the mod of I cap. Also B equal to mod of I into cos of 0 degree. Mod I equal to 1. Mod I equal to 1, cos 0 equal to 1. So this one is the value is the 1. So I dot I equal to 1. Okay. I dot I equal to 1 because mod of any unit vector is always equals to 1. We know that mod of any unit vector which is always equal to 1. Let let us some proof. There is a little time proof. Implies that if A is the unit vector means vector A divided by mod of A, taking mod both side, mod of A cap and mod of that number, mod of A vector divided by mod of A vector, mod A will be cancelled out, which will be equals to 1. So mod of A cap, which will be equals to 1. Imply that we can say mod of I cap 1, mod of also I cap 1. For 1 into 1 into 1 equals to 1. Similar, we can say j cap dot j cap equals to 1, and by that k cap dot k cap equals to 1. Okay. So let us take an example, and there is the, let a vector equals to 2I cap plus 3j cap and plus k cap and b vector equals to I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. Then find the a dot b. Or we can say dot product of a and b. Then what will be the dot product of a and b? Before we know that dot product of a and b, there is the a vector is what? A vector 2I cap plus 3j cap plus k cap dot b vector is the I cap plus j cap plus 2 into k cap. Okay, this one is the a vector, this one is the b vector. Implies that multiplying of a number. Also write some important point. If we can say I dot j, what will be? I dot j equal to mod of a I cap, mod of a j cap into cos of a 90 degree. Mod of a I is the 1, mod of a j is the 1, cos of a 90, which will be equal to 0. Implies that we can say I dot j equal to 0. Similarly, we can say j dot k equal to 0. Implies that we can say k dot I, that must be a 0. Or we can say I dot k 0 and k dot I 0, j dot I 0. Okay. Why? Because for a dot product, commute rule will be applied. A dot b equal to b dot a. There is no effect. A dot b equal to b dot a. Implies that we can say multiplying of a number 2I cap in right hand side bracket, 2I cap into I, which will be equal to 2 into I in I dot I. I dot I equal to 1. So 2, only 2 will be met. If this number is the multiplying is the j, so I dot j equal to 0. Okay, and I dot k equal to 0. So for 2I cap multiplying in second bracket, only one terms will be gets. For where 2I cap dot I cap, which will be equals to 2. Similarly, we can say if 3j cap is the multiplying in this bracket, so implies that 3j cap dot I, which will be equals to 0. 3j cap dot j, which will be equal to 3, because j dot j equal to 1. Implies that we can say 3j cap dot 2j cap, which will be equals to 0. So we can say plus 3j cap dot j cap, which will be equal to 3. Also we can say k cap dot 2k cap, which will be equals to 2. Okay, any problem? So 2 plus 3 plus 2, that value will be equals to 7. Implies that a dot b equal to 7. Okay. So let us move on the cross product of two vectors. Similarly, we can say cross product of two vectors. Cross product of two vectors. Let two vectors, vector A and vector B. They are the two vectors. Okay. Then cross product of that two vectors. Then what will be? Cross product. This is the cross product. Then cross product, which will be equals to A cross B. That will be the cross product. This is the cross. So cross product of A vector and B vector. Okay. You cannot say some important point. If you will be given vector dot vector, that will be exist. Scalar dot vector exist or not exist? Scalar dot scalar exist or not exist? And vector dot scalar exist or not exist? Vector dot vector, because dot is what? Dot is the product of dot product. If vector is given, then dot product will be exist. Both quantity must be vector quantity. First is the vector and second must be a vector quantity. Then that product will be exist. Dot product or cross product. So this is the correct, this is the incorrect, this is the incorrect, this is the incorrect. Because both number must be a vector product, vector quantity. First one is the vector, second one is the vector. Sorry, these quantity are not correct. So first one is the correct, because first is the vector and second is the vector. Okay, for cross product. If we will be given the cross product, similarly we can say same condition will be applied. The cross product for that quantities, that both must be a vector quantities. That both must be a vector quantities. This will be exist. This will be cannot exist, because this is the first quantity is the scalar, second is the vector. First is the scalar, second is the scalar. First is the vector and second is the scalar. So first quantity is always exist. Vector cross vector implies that A cross B equal to cross product, and this one will be the cross product. So A cross B, which will be equals to A cross B, which will be equals to what will be the, this one is the formula modulus A modulus B into sine theta into n cap. N cap is the important point. N cap is the unit vector. This one is the unit vector. This is the perpendicular to plane which lies in vector A and vector B. Vector A and vector B, which is lie in vector A and vector B. Vector A and vector B, and that plane which will be lie, then n is the perpendicular. Let us suppose two vectors. First vector is the A and second vector is the B. So here, look here, this is the A vector and this is the B vector. So n cap is the unit vector which is the perpendicular, because A vector and B vector is lie on this whiteboard. So this is the n cap direction. N cap is the perpendicular. Perpendicular will be outside the black, outside the board or inside the board, depend on A and B situation, A and B orientation, A and B position. If this is the A, this is the B. So this will be the A cross B. A cross B means we are trying to clockwise sense. Here put the intersection of A and B vector with the toe, and here is the finger will be curl. Curl will be the A cross B. This one A, this one is the B. A cross B means this thumb will be goes in the inside the plane. Implies that if this will be the orientation is changed, this is the A and this is the B, so we can say this is the outside the plane, because this is the A, this is the B. So this is the A cross B. A cross B is what? So this is thumb will be outside the plane. Implies that we can say direction of n cap will be perpendicular to the plane where A and B vector is lie in that plane. Also, if A cross B is what? A cross B equals to, look here, A cross B equal to modulus, taking modulus both sides, vector A mod, vector B mod into sine theta or into n cap. This one is the n cap. So distributing the modulus in all four quantities, mod of A, mod of B, and mod of sine of a theta, and mod of n cap, and mod of n cap. So mod of a A, that must be only one modulus or two modulus, because mod of a is the positive quantity. According to modulus function definition, mod of a x, what will be the mod of a condition? Mod of a condition, if x is the negative, then mod x is the negative. If x is greater than or equal to 0, then mod x is the plus x. Implies that we can say this outside mod will be removed. Similarly, this outside mod will be removed. Here, mod of a sine of a theta. This one is the important. Mod of a sine of a theta. This is the positive. Okay. So we can say mod of a and mod of a b. Mod of a and mod of a b. Here, look here, sine of a theta mod. We know that angle between a and b will be the 0 to 180 degree. We know that a and b, angle between a and b will be what? 0 to 180 degree. So 0 to 180 degree, sine theta is must be positive. 0, 180. So sine theta is must be positive because this curve is the above is the theta axis. Imply that sine theta is the positive. So any inside the modulus is positive quantity, then removing the mod, then comes out the plus. If x is the negative, if inside the mod is the negative, so removing the mod, then comes out the negative. So minus of x. Imply that we can say here mod of a sine theta is equals to sine theta. Or mod of a n cap. N cap is what? N cap is the unit vector. Imply that we can say mod of a, mod of a b, and into sine of theta. This one is the a cross b. This one is the mod of a cross b. Mod of a cross b is equals to mod a mod b into sine of a theta. But mod of a cross b, but a cross b equal to mod a mod b sine theta into n cap. That number equal to n cap. Okay. Let us take our example for the a cross b. Before taking the example a cross b, let us suppose I cross I, which will be equal to 0, because mod of I0, mod of I0, mod of I1, mod of I1 into sine of 0 into n cap. So sine 0 equal to 0. 0 into any number is always equal to 0. Similarly, we can say j cap cross j cap. This also will be 0. Similarly, k cap cross k cap. This is also a 0 quantity. Imply that. And another I cross j. What will be the I cross j equal to mod of a I cap, mod of a j cap, I and j. I will be what? I is the unit vector along the plus x direction, and this will be the y axis. This is the j cap. This is the I cap, and this is the z axis. Z axis is the k cap. So angle between x and y. This is the what? 90 degree. This is the 90 degree, and also this is the 90 degree. So imply that sine of a theta. Theta is the 90 degree because angle between I and j. I is the along the x-axis, j is the along the y-axis. So angle between I and j, which will be equal to 90 degree. So into n cap. This is the important point. Into n cap. Mod of I1 1 equal to n cap. N cap is the what? N cap is the unit vector which is perpendicular to A and B. A is the I, B is the j. So this one is the. So let us suppose this one is the j cap, this one is the I cap. So we have to need the I cross j. J cross I is not I cross j. I cross j is what? I cross j is this. So this thumb will be outside, and outside is the z axis, and direction of z axis is the k cap. Imply that we can say n cap equals to k cap. So I cross j, which will be equal to k cap. Okay, I cross j, which will be equals to k cap. Similarly, we can say j cross k equal to I cap, and k cross I equal to j cap. But order will be changed, then that will be negative sign, because if we have to need the j cross I is what? J cross I is this. So we are trying to that number. So this is the minus z axis. Minus z axis means minus k cap. So if order will be changed, then j cross I equal to minus k cap, k cross j equal to minus I cap, imply that I cross k equal to minus j cap. Okay. Let's take an example. Example is this. Vector A equal to I cap plus j cap or plus k cap, and vector B equal to I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap, yeah 3k cap. We want to A cross B. We want to A cross B. A cross B is what? This is the I cap plus j cap plus k cap. This is the cross I cap plus 2j cap plus 3 into k cap. Okay? Okay? A cross B is not equal to B cross A. If position will be changed, then that comes out the negative sign. So I cross I is the 0. I cross J is what? K cap. So 2 times of a k cap. And another I cross K is the minus j cap. So minus 3 into j cap. Next j cap cross I. That will be the minus k cap. Because change orientation j and I. So j cross I, not I cross j. Okay? There, because j cap is the first position and I cap is the second position. So this will be the j cross I equal to minus k cap. Next one, j cap cross j cap equal to 0. J cap cross k cap equal to I, j cap plus kitna 3 into I. Next one is the k cross I. This is the correct. K cross I is the j cap. Okay. Similarly, we can say k cap cross j cap. That value equals to minus 2 I cap, because first one is the k, second one is the j. Next one, k cross k cap equal to 0. This one equal to 2. Here is the 3 I cap and minus 2 I cap. That value which will be equals to I cap. Next one is the j cap. J cap is the 3j cap. Here is the plus j cap. This is the minus 2j cap. Next one is the 2k cap and minus k cap. This one is the plus k cap. Imply that A cross B is this. Okay? Note down. Thank you.